Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This video I'm making a charcuterie board, but it's going to be a heart-shaped charcuterie board. I'm going to show you how I do that. Never done one before, but you know, why not? They want a big one. They want a customer wants like 2 foot by 2 foot, something like that. It's going to be a big one. So what I've done first is I've already got these worked a little bit. I run through the joiner, got a couple straight edges on them, and I glued these boards together and these boards together. That way I run through my planer. My planer is only a 13-inch. That way when I do run them, or I do glue them up, or when I do plane them, then I don't have to worry about, as I glue up after the fact, of getting these edges nice and flush. They're going to be flush because the planer is going to flush them up for me. So that's a trick. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna plane these down, and then once they're planed, we're gonna glue the whole thing up. I've got to make it the width, because I said they want 2 foot, and this is not gonna cut it. I've already got this in plane, and we're gonna put it in the middle or somewhere, and then we're gonna glue it up. And I've got to work this weekend, so I'm gonna let it set all weekend all glued up. But yeah, y'all stick around. We're gonna take this out of clamp. I got the clamps loose. Actually, I didn't tie them up really all that tight. I didn't tie them up nowhere near as tight as I usually do, because I didn't want a lot of squeeze. I wanted most of the glue to set in there and cure, because I had time for it too. Sometimes if I don't have all the time and I just got just a little time, I try to get a little glue out. That hurts me, so y'all keep that in mind. Little pressure, not a lot. I run these through the planer and got them planed up, and now I'm gonna glue them up again, glue the whole thing up, and this is gonna set and let this glue dry real nice. Put a lot of glue on that one. This glue dry real good, and it's going to be ready. Like I said, I got to work this weekend, so it'll be Monday. It'll be ready to take out the clamps and draw our design on it, and which will be a heart-shaped design, and run through the scroll saw. So essentially what I'm going to do is, after I get the design, the bulk of the waste is going to get, I'm going to use my bandsaw to cut the bulk out, and then we're going to use the scroll saw to do the design. After that, it's a simple sand and she's done. You know, it's that simple. This would be something that if you had a CNC, that you could do very simple, very quickly, where it's going to take me several days essentially to do. If it had CNC, you could glue all them boards up, you know, get them this, like for this instance, get them down to here, stick it in there, program it, let it go, and you're off doing something else while it's cutting it out. Everything I do by hand, so I'm gonna have to wait. So y'all stick around. It's gonna be a few days before I get back to it. I got other projects to work on, but projects you've already seen before, so nothing worth showing. But we're gonna let this dry, and then Monday we're gonna take it out of clamps. As always, when you work with walnut, get you a coloring pencil, because your regular mechanical pencil I use, or just a regular pencil like that, will not show up as easy. These coloring pencils, they're brighter, they tend to help a lot. So I found center on this walnut, and I drill a line, okay, and we want to basically book match one side for the other. So for my circles, and I roughed it up. 2 foot by 2 foot is what we're going for. So I drew 2 foot, made some marks for that. I took this 5-gallon bucket, turned it upside down, and that's how I got my curves. It's, I think it was 11 inches. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it was 11 inches. But that's how I got my curve. And then I just got a framing square, and I put one end down here on where I done mark center, and I just moved it over to where it was basically straight with where it messed up, and I traced it on both sides. We're going to use the bandsaw to cut most of this waste out, and then we're going to use my scroll saw to actually cut the heart out. And as I'm saying this, I'm thinking this is going to be a lot of weight trying to keep straight, so this is going to be challenging. just like every other charcuterie board or cutting board, I put these rubber feet on the bottom. Got a 2-foot heart. Now we're going to put some butcher block oil on it, like I always do. It takes 2 coats, and then this will be ready for delivery. Now, a few things on this, and I wish I had a better way, but I cut this out, roughed it out with the bandsaw as you saw, then finished it with the scroll saw. The scroll saw, as I'm cutting something this big, it's kind of hard to deal with, and that blade wants to flex. So there is some deviations in this, some defects in this as far as around the side. You kind of feel them, but just looking at it, you can't really tell they're there. So that's a plus. Even though I know they're there, it's up here. It's not, out my eyes. So now that's just one of the things that you got to deal with doing this type. Now, people with a CNC, they can stick that piece of wood in there and they can program it, and that CNC cuts it out as smooth as can be, no problems. I don't have one. It's future plans possibly, but I don't have one. So this is all, and that's one thing about me, everything is handcrafted. So this is made by my hands, So if you like this video, you want to see more, give me a like, subscribe. I appreciate every comment. I read them all. May not respond to them, but I do read them all. Also, if you like the outdoors and hunting and fishing, camping type deal, I have another channel, Born Free Outdoors. Y'all check it out. Just getting started with it, but this heart's almost done. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna finish this up. God bless.